morning, everyone. Welcome to Gulfstream today. Ron Nicoletti, along with Samantha Perry. Good morning, Samantha.
Good morning.
Beautiful day once again in South
is.
Florida. We have a fast main track, firm turf course. We got the all-weather Tapeta in play this afternoon. We're a little while from now with that 12-race card, and up to 150,000 in the Rainbow Six, which will kick off in race number 7 this afternoon.
Yeah, it's growing.
Yeah, 150. It's amazing how this thing just keeps going and going. I think we'll be over 150 today for sure. So we got 12 races to get to, so we'll get right to the action. The first race today is 7.5 about distance on the turf for 3-year-olds. Maiden claim is scratch D5. All the also eligibles 13 through 16. And please note that the number 3 Shay on the Lamb horse I have some interest in is a gelding today, or forever, as I can say that for sure.
Yeah, forever is right.
Let's see Brian's early pick 5 ticket here and see what he's got planned here. He went deep in here in the first race. We'll talk about that in a moment. He's got 2 in race number 2, and that is Canadian Sweetheart and Bullock. He's got 2 in race number 3, Hard Not to Have West Bank on your ticket for Junior Alvarado. He's got 3 in race number 4, the 4, 7, and then the 9, Abuse of Power. So, and I got Beantown Baby too, and he's singling Dreamlike in race number 5.
Yep, that's a solid single. I think that horse will be very tough today.
$24, very affordable. And this race is, I like the fact that he went a little deeper. I'm interested to see how you saw this race.
Yeah, this is a tough one as well. I think a lot of people are just going to start with the 2, and we did. Yeah.
Look, we got the same try.
Oh, yeah, we do. How about that? Oh, we have the same super. Yeah, exactly. This is a horse that, he ran a really nice effort last time. I think he is truly a 2-turn horse, and now he's got that sharpener under his belt and could be live.
Yeah, that race 2 back was better than he's going to face this afternoon.
Yeah.
I think he's the one, Mike Maker. Edgar Perez atop the gelded Son of Warfront. Take Me to the Moon is dropping to the 25 level. Come up empty behind that repeat winner drinking problem. I think scratched this afternoon in the 35 maiden test at the distance. Mark Cassie.
Yeah, exactly. And he had a winner yesterday, ran first and second in the opener yesterday on the grass. So I think that this is a horse that could certainly get it done as well. And I think he'll be more forward this time. He gets Javier Castellano, Hall of Famer, in the irons and should be very tough.
I want to just mention the number 3, Shay on the Lamb, listed as a gelding today, and that's a quick and change.
The biggest one of all.
Oh, yes. Drops to the 25 level, first start since showing speed and fading behind. That was that grade 3 winner, that Nagarok, who won the Futurity in this next race. This comes out of a pretty good race for Carlos David, Miguel Vasquez, a horse you might want to put somewhere on your tries and supers. And you can see we're pretty much in agreement with the number 2 on top in 2-6. Let's go to race number 2 this afternoon. There's 5 furlongs on the Tapeta fillies, 3-year-olds, 16,000. No scratches in this race. And boy, how good has Marty Drexler been going?
Yeah, he has. He's been dropping in a lot of horses and taking a lot of them as well. So this is a guy that's on fire as of late.
Yeah, and that is the number 7 Canadian Sweetheart. It goes to his bunch. So I wanted to see how Marty does just over the last couple of years with shippers into Gulfstream Park. This is sprints on the Tapeta. He's 3 for 13, 23%, 54% in the money, 269 is the return investment. We've talked about that. We've noticed all winter long that these Canadian horses usually need a race once they come here. But Marty's sort of getting these horses to run right off the bench.
Yeah, he is. And this is a horse that, I was reluctant to put on top, but she just has such nice form coming into this race. And she was facing a lot stronger competition in Woodbine. And, if you hope that she's not going to need a start over this track, she could be the one to take it all.
Yeah, I went back and looked when I saw that you guys had all picked the 6 either on top or something. I'm going to miss this horse, and it's Find Your Passion from David Fox.
Yeah, this was a really nice effort, and I like the way that she kind of drew away in that last out here. Javier Castellano aboard. He's never been on her, but I think he will do his due diligence and kind of watch those replays. But I think this is a filly that, again, winning back-to-back on the Tapeta, I'm not a fan of it, but I think for a piece.
How about the number 5, Bullock, and the number 1, Angelic Ann, both trained by Kathleen O'Connell. Kathleen O'Connell, 1 win away from becoming the most wins for a woman in North America.
Yeah.
That is something. She's a great person and, of course, a great trainer. I did put Bullock on in second. Is dropping to this level. Returned from a 2-month layoff to press the pace. Weekend, it was against 35 optional claimers going 5.5. Kathleen at second-time Lasix. I think on the drop, this is a major player in here.
Yeah, she is. And Kathleen's got 2 shots for this race, so watch out.
Dead heat. So she'll take, tie, and win. So
Yeah.
that would
Oh,
be
and
great.
we've got a pick 4 ticket.
Oh, pick 4, that's right. Yeah, I forgot that.
We
Pick
do.
4 ticket.
Yep. All right. Don't kill me on this one. The all here. I truly think everybody has a shot. There was maybe one horse I was going to drop, and I just didn't feel like it was worth it because I had some stronger opinions in these other races. In race 3, pardon me, the 8 West Bank, I'm just going to single that one and move on. I think this is the horse to beat here. Race number 4, spreading a bit. These 5 furlong sprints on the grass, they can be tough. And race number 5, Dreamlike, also Brian Single. This is the horse to beat.
Yeah, it's actually, I always make fun of the all button, but it's actually a very affordable ticket and
Yep.
the way to do it. But because West Bank looks awful tough here in
Yep.
race number 3. And West Bank is turning back to 6 furlongs. Got caught late when beaten ahead as the odds on choice going 7 last out for Bill Mott.
Yep, and she was the horse to beat last time. Maybe you can just say that that Jealous Cat. Actually, you can't take anything away from Jealous Cat because that's a nice little filly there. I think she's just going to be primed and ready for this one, and you've got a stat.
Yeah, Bill Mott, third career start of sprints on the dirt. He's 11 for 61, 18%, 49% the money, low ROI because it is Bill Mott.
Exactly.
And just the spot where this horse is, we did have a couple of scratches of the 3 Olympic artists, and the number 7, Mamma Mia, who I thought had a pretty good chance in here to
Right.
be on the board. I mean, that was actually second choice on the morning line.
Yep.
I had it in third, but I did, and I think, if you did, had Mystify in second.
Yes.
Who's turning back, made that charge to finish third behind West Bank last time.
Yeah, exactly. And you can hope that, she'll probably follow the same type of trip again.
Looks like a really nice horse there.
Yeah.
We'll go to race number 4 this afternoon. And this one is 5 furlongs on the turf. Claimers, fillies, and mares. 4 and up. Non-winners of 3 in life or race in September 11. Stab myself with the... Ow. So...
Watch out. He's not going to be able to type.
No, I don't type with the thumb, so I got it made there. You went with the number 4, Beantown Baby. You got a video you want to show?
Yeah, there's about 4 of these horses coming out of this same race. Wow, good job, Bob. This is awesome. So, Chrome Plated Heart was boring out a bit on the turn here. She's on the inside. Crowding out is the 6 here. Beantown Baby, look at how game this horse is, Ron, to just come up the rail. There wasn't a lot of space, and she just took off. Now, Peach Cobbler won the race, but that was really tough, and you have to give credit to Beantown Baby. She's 7 years old. She's seen it all before, and she says, no problem, I can fit through this hole. Javier Castellano was aboard her last time. I think this should be the mare to win here.
Yeah, she was very impressive when you see that, that when they're 7, they say, well, I'm not going there,
Exactly, yeah.
Number 9, Abusive Power, goes to the Sandino Hernandez barn after the claim, cuts back to her best distance. She's had 6 races, 2 wins in 2 seconds. She rallied to get beat a nose by Midnight Bella, going 7.5 on the turf. Miguel Vasquez, it's a daughter of Karakanite, Japanese bred. And I just thought this was a horse that figured in this spot.
Yeah, she did. And, I don't even have her in my top 4 here. I think that this is a mare that will be really tough. I'm not so sure about the sharpness of the 5 furlongs. Sometimes that can be tough to cut back. I almost feel like it's easier to stretch out than cut back.
Well, you showed Chrome Plated Heart, and
Yep.
what did you see with the number 6 crowding out is looking to make amends today?
Yeah, but just coming out of that same race and that blanket finish here, Kelly Breen also approaching a milestone as well.
2-way, I believe,
yep,
to 1,000 victories, right?
Yep, or 2,000.
2,000
Yeah,
victories. Wow.
I think.
Well, I don't know. We'll check on
Yeah,
that.
we'll have
But
to
what's the birds
Sorry.
flying in here and everything? We're being attacked by pens, knives, everything here. Let's go to race number 5. And this one is a mile in the 16th, maiden special weight at 3-year-olds. This kicks off the middle, pick 4. Do you have a popular
Ever
middle?
popular.
We got it when 12 race card. We have 3 pick 4s. And Samantha has a really nice ticket to show you.
Yeah, I hope it's really nice. If it's a winner, it is. 2 deep in this race here. And in race number 6, my top pick is the 5, Prince Amadeus for the Victor Barboza barn. Race number 7, the 3 is my top pick. That's Typey, but I also really like the Safi horses as well. He's got the 1 and the 11 in that race. And in race number 8, I'm singling with Frank's Rocket. This is the mare to beat today. I think this is a solid single, a trustworthy single.
100%
Yeah.
with Frank's Rocket was very impressive with this horse. Won that last race, the Sugar Swirl, by like
Yep.
12 lengths or something like that. Well, everybody's single here as far as these 2 guys are concerned. Samantha and Brian, who's Dreamlike, who's stretching out to the mile in the 16th today.
Yep, and he's just a big kind of big strided grinding type. So this 2 turns is absolutely perfect for him. He got the race out of the way, get the cobwebs off. He's already got some experience, and that was a nice effort even for, I think, him being a true 2-turn horse. He should be really tough here.
Yeah, he drifted a little in the stretch last time. It looked like he needed that race.
Yeah.
But look at the stat on Todd Pletcher's second career starters. This is in route races on the dirt right here at Gulfstream Park. Oh, he's only 26 for 80, 33%. 74% in the money.
Wow.
170 is the return of investment. And 170, believe me, is a positive return of investment when you're dealing with all these horses. Just an amazing stat. He does an incredible job. And I really wanted to point out that it's route races. It's not sprints.
Exactly. Yep. And that makes a difference. And these 2 turns, they can be tough. But also, you know, if somebody is going to beat him here, you think the 2 maybe.
Yeah, the 2, Bourbon Resolve was stretching out around 2 turns after rallying, and I thought finished an improved second where Lasix was added for his latest attempt at 7 furlongs for Ian Wilkes. He got Hall of Famer Javier Castellano atop this son of Hard Spun, so the distance shouldn't be a problem.
No, and I think the 2 post position may be a little bit advantageous to him. And look who he was chasing in that last race, Mage, who was really actually surprising in the Fountain of Youth last week. So,
Yeah, he had some trouble, Midge. He ran good for despite the trouble that he had in that race. What about the number 5 in here? It's Cyber Ninja.
Yeah, this is a colt for the Billy Mott barn. Lasix on for the first time here. Routes for the first time out is always a tough feat to do. Bill Mott is 0 for 34 with first timers going 2 turns. Isn't that wild?
Yeah,
I'm shocked at that.
0 for 30. Usually they say he's like 12%. That's amazing.
Yep.
That's that there. I got to mention, you didn't use it, and I threw this horse in third, but just because I'm talking about Wild Hill Road is a $1.6 million son of Quality Road and a half-brother to $1.6 million Erna Gervin, stretching out, tracked the action, finished 5th behind that race, that horse undefeated King's Barnes, going a 1-turn mile. Shug McGay, Kevin Grigger named Wrigley bred. I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah, can we excuse him, Ron, for that last out with the little bit of a layoff he was coming into it? Maybe.
Certainly bred to be any type that you want to be. So we'll go to race number 6 now, and this one is 5 1/2 furlongs, about distance on the Tapeta. Claim is 4 and up, $10,000, full field of 10, no scratches in here. Samantha, you went with the number 5, Prince Amadeus.
Yeah, Victor Barboza, this is a barn that's catching some traction now here. He's always just been right there in the mix of things. Lionel Reyes, I know we're all a huge fan of him with bringing in some long shots. I think that this is a horse that if he can run back to that race here, he gets an extra half furlong. Could be pretty live here.
The number 8 Heels of Soul are going to try and make it 2 in a row after responding to the drop down with a driving score as the favorite against this level for Kent Sweezy, Jose Ortiz name. This is a 3-time winner on the local Tapeta, so that you have the horse in second. I thought this was a logical one.
Yeah, it is, and I know the Connections are a big fan of his, and they have a lot of fun with this horse. And this is his level here. I don't know if he'll get it as easy as last time, and it's hard to go wire to wire in these races, but this is his level. I'm just playing against just due to the angle of back-to-back wins on Tapeta.
And the 10 and the 1 Uranium Gilsman both drop into the 10 level. I think that's a logical spots for the horses that we both have underneath. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have my Rainbow Six ticket and the rest of the Saturday card.
And they're off.
welcome back to Gulfstream today, Ron and Samantha. Race number 7, 7.5 about on the turf. These are maiden special weight fillies, 3-year-olds, scratch the 7, and all the also eligibles. Starts the Rainbow Six with that $150,000 gross jackpot guarantee. Let's look at my ticket right now, 43.20. We'll talk about this race. 2 in race number 4, Frank's Rocket. I threw Colorful Mischief in there. The 9, Farbridge, is my single this afternoon from Christophe Clement. Had a good day yesterday. Got some coverage in the rest of the races. Race number 11, that's the Captiva Island. There's about 4 horses or 5 horses that could win that race. And in the last, I went with Pride and Passion, the 3, the 6, and the number 8. 43.20 for me. And the horse I have on top here is what they call me in the office, Typey, because of my typing skills.
This horse is actually named after you, right?
Yeah, they make fun of my typing, and I don't blame them here. So there is my ticket, $43.20. Did you start it with Typey?
I did.
So go ahead.
All right, yeah, Jose D'Angelo trains this filly, and I think this is a filly that could possibly wire the field here. With these maiden special weight horses, sometimes if one gets away, it's hard to catch them, and I think this is a filly that it's going to be her best shot on the lead.
Jose D'Angelo, and you get Javier Castellano.
Exactly.
Libo is where I went in second. It's a $320,000 daughter of Mendelssohn, debuting on the turf, finishing useful third in that rain-down event that was moved from turf to Tapeta. Christophe Clement hasn't started that many horses here. Boy, they all run well.
Yeah, and he had a nice win yesterday sprinting. They intended to have this filly on the grass. Unfortunately, it was rained off first out, but at least she got a start under her belt, and she's one that could explode on the grass.
Yeah, and in the racing form, they have a new signal.
New symbol, yeah.
Yeah, new symbol.
What was that?
It's whatever it is.
Yeah.
When it goes from turf to Tapeta. So whatever it is, you'll see it in the form. So that's it. Oh, you went with the 1 and 2nd, Violet Gibson, the Irish bred, breaking for Safi on the inside.
Yeah, and I don't like breaking from the inside as a first-time starter here. This sire, Expert Eye, for first-time turf horses, he's only had 2 starts, first-time turf, and 1 winner. So 50%. It's a small sample, but hey, it's still good. I like the fact that this filly was already working back in October. She was in Delaware then. Safi had been working her with an older horse, Harry Time, who's actually in the 8th race, I believe, here today. I worry about the post, but I think this is a filly that she's already got a nice foundation under her, and if Safi can get one to win from the 1 post, I think.
The other one, tough post, is the number 12, Amalfi Spritz.
Yeah.
This one, the $250,000 Street Sense, debuting for Todd at Lasix. Jose Ortiz named the ride. You got to be concerned about that outside post. Only 1 scratch to its inside, 7.5 that turn. What's the rail on this one today? 14 feet, so it's not as far out.
No, it's not. When she could make a trip here, but Todd Pletcher's good at so many things, but debuting on the grass is not his forte.
Oh, forte.
You like what I did there?
Yeah. Race number 8. She's a wise guy. She really is. 6.5 furlongs, fillies and mares. 4 and up. It's $125,000. The grade 3 Hurricane Birdie and Frank's Rocket. Boy, did you single this one in your late pick 5? Yeah,
yep.
I don't blame you at all.
Yep, I did. It's how I started off here. $40 for me. I changed my late pick 5 3 different times. Sorry, upstairs. This was just a tough sequence, and I think that there's a lot of opportunity to make money. I think Frank's Rocket, this is the mare to go to here. She was just so impressive. We'll get to that in just a second, though. Race number 9. I absolutely love Emperor's Appeal today. We're going to get to that in a moment, but I also do think that Farbridge, he ran an incredible number first time out, and he can, if he improves, he should be gone goodbye. Race 10, 6.5 on the dirt. This is a really tough one, but race number 5, Cover Me Up on the cutback for Brian Lynch is my top pick. Race 11, our other stake of the day, the 4, Trained to Artemis, Kelly Breen. This is a horse that has won 4 races since Kelly Breen's claimed him.
Wow,
it's pretty impressive, yeah. And in race 12, Ron, I think this is another one. You could have hit the all button. It's a very tough race, 5.5 on the Tapeta. We'll see what we get here.
Yeah, that's a tough race there. It's a good sequence, $40. And, we hope you sort of get that free square here in the Hurricane Birdie with the 6.5 furlongs with Frank's Rocket stretching out to 6.5 furlongs. This one turned on the afterburners and drew clear to win the 6 furlong grade 3 Sugar Swirl by like 12 plus lengths.
Yeah.
Billy Mott, Junior Alvarado ready to blast off again.
Yeah, there you go. She is. This is just, she's such a nice mare, and she kind of put all the talk to rest with coming off after a Breeders' Cup effort. Sometimes that can kind of burn horses. They've given her plenty of time from that New Year's Eve race to now. I think she should be very solid.
Well, you did get a chance to talk to trainer Terry Pompey, which we'll be showing later with the number 5 Dree Faros. How good is this horse going?
Yeah, she really is. And how can you ignore a horse that's won 4 races in a row? It's hard not to. She'll be up front, and I think she might get burned out with our Adios jersey, too, which I think sets up Frank's Rocket. But Terry Pompey, she's very high on this horse, and she's done an incredible job with this filly.
You know, the number 2 horse in your Colorful Mischiefs, the Connections must have rejoiced when Mary Quite Contrary opted to skip this race and run in the Grade 1 Madison at Keeneland. Thought of Intermission was second to Mary in both the Grade 2 Inside Information and the Grade 3 Rampart. Turns back to 6, hoping to keep that top choice in her sights. I'm, of course, alluding to Frank's Rocket, Todd Pletcher, Jose Ortiz.
Yeah, she came flying late in that Inside Information. She's just going to run out of ground here. Yeah. That's the thing with her. It's 6.5. She's cutting back even shorter. Just not enough ground for her.
Let's go to race number 9 this afternoon. 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf allowance. Optional claimant for 3-year-olds. Optional tag is $75,000. Scratch the 5, 14, 15 to 13 is going to get in and run. Emma Jane Wilson is going to ride to 12 and the 13. That's where Javier is going to go. And Brian has a late pick 4 ticket. And let's check it out real quickly. And you can see we'll talk about this race in a moment. And then he's got in race number 10, he's singling the 3 Starship Renegade. Yeah. And then he's got Coverage in the 11th, and he's got, the logical horses, I think, on there, too. And I know the long shot in there is the 2, I got to look at the name.
Little Jewel.
Little Jewel, yeah. And then the last, like you said, Wide Open.
Yep. Yeah, Brian is head of Little Jewel fan club. He actually has the shirt on under his dress shirt. Yeah,
I figured he did. He's been talking about that horse all along. So 15-1 on the morning line, by the way. So getting back to this race, Far Bridge, I'll tell you why I singled this horse in my Rainbow 6, who's stepping up to face winners after rallying to defeat a pair of next out winners, including our buddy Carl Spackle, who boasted a 93 buyer in his next race. It's Christophe Clement, Jose Ortiz atop the son of English Elm. But I want to hear about your horse that you like in here.
We're actually presidents of the Carl Spackle fan club, aren't we?
That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, Emperor's Appeal. This is a horse that I've been dying to watch get on the grass here. He just runs even numbers on the dirt, which when you're looking at horses running on the grass for the first time, these are types of patterns you want to look for that just haven't broken through yet. Now, I've got a work replay because I want to show you like a huge indication outside of breeding because the siblings have all won on the grass. Static Fire on his outside is a true dirt horse. Emperor's Appeal on the inside, do you see how high he picks up his knees? That is just a true sign of a grass horse. Static Fire doesn't really drop. His knees just kind of stay even. Emperor's Appeal just picks him up way up to his chest, and that's just a true sign of a turf horse here. And you see in that work, he evened out. Static Fire kind of went by him, but that's the point. On when turf horses work on the dirt, they just kind of flatten out like that. Now, the one post position, that's tough. Far Bridge, that's an even tougher hurdle to overcome because that horse was just incredible. And the 9 is the logical horse in this spot, but as far as value-wise and as far as these moves that Brian Lynch makes, this is a horse that I think could be really dangerous.
Well, you got a couple of concerns, but you're getting 15-1 on the morning line, so that should alleviate the concerns. If you can get that 1 to win. I'm going to have to go back and get another ticket with him because you sold me on that with the high leg action. The number 3, Harry Time, should be primed and ready to offer making a move to get the lead last time out, finished 3rd in its North American debut for Saffie Joseph Jr. So I found that it's just how Saffie brings these horses back, running well. 31 to 60 days on the turf. He's really good. He's 24 for 238, 23%, 50% in the money, 205. You knew it would be good.
Yeah.
I just thought this was a logical contender on the card.
And Ron, if you like Harry Time, the maiden special weight in race 7, that Violet Gibson, that's the horse that has been working with Harry Time.
So see, that's good to know too. So she's coming up with some good stuff here. I didn't know what to do with Con Man, making his sophomore debut as a gelding, faced stakes competition with little fanfare before going to the sidelines in October for Mark Cassie. And as I mentioned, that's where Emma Jane Wilson will be riding.
Yeah, and she's done an incredible job. She won the opener for Mark Cassie yesterday. They've gelded this horse. I love that move. DJ Sables, they're not afraid to run one where they fit, where they belong. The outside post is going to be problematic for this horse. I would sit and wait on this horse. I think this is a nice one, but I think the little bit of the layoff in the post position could be tough.
Let's go to race number 10, 6 1/2 furlongs, allowance optional claim of 4-year-olds and up, or the tag of 25,000. 8 in the field, no scratches in this race. And I know you wanted to show a video in here.
Yep, and this is another one where about 4 of them are coming out of it. It's Gangly, King Cab, Starship Renegade, and Luddington, all of them right there. I love the box. Good job, Bob. That's awesome. So here we are at the top of the stretch here. King Cab is the 7. This is for the Eddie Pleasa barn. This will be a tough horse. And then Starship Renegade is the 5 here, just kind of evening out a little bit. Now, Celestial Glaze came back to win this week. I believe it was on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That was really tough. Starship Renegade kind of runs on, but, you know, I just feel like they did the most running out of the race here. And I'm big on, you know, either you take one horse out of that and stand with it, but I feel like all of them, they could have a chance.
They could have a chance.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you say that, look, we have the same exact super up there. So
Hey, how about that cold,
Cold.
too? Cold soup.
Cover Me Up. Now in Brian's bond,
Yep.
$200,000 son of mastery. He's making his 4-year-old debut at 6 1/2 furlongs. He showed some good speed
Yeah.
before going to the bench.
Yeah, he did, and this is a nice barn change here. He's got solid foundation of works at Palm Meadows. I do love the fact that 2 works back, he broke him from the starting gate as well, just kind of get a little bit of sharpness under him. It's so important off of these layoffs.
Yeah, it's Starship Renegade, it's Brian Single, and he ran a very, very good race
Yeah.
for Steve Dwoskin. Boy, he hasn't started a lot of horses. Every horse I bet for his, long shot, whatever, all finished second. So he's been there, but
Yeah.
he's had to carry me.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
And King Cab, of course, going to wear blinkers after dueling for the lead, yielding late to finish 3rd. You saw it right there
Yeah.
with Eddie Pleasa Jr. Boy, his barn is woken up.
Yeah, it really has. And my biggest concern with this gelding, they're putting the blinkers on him, but he just won't pass horses.
Yep. So let's go to race number 11. And now this is our co-feature event of the afternoon. 5 furlongs on the turf. Fillies and mares 4 and up. It is the $100,000 Captiva Island. Scratch the 8 spun glass. There's so many different ways you can go. You had a great angle. Go with the number 4 Train to Artemis.
Yeah, this is a mare. We have a replay from winning at Tampa here, and I just wanted to show how easy she kind of got this done. She's on the rail here. The 1 post position, that can always be tough, these 5 furlong races, and that was a huge field, Ron, but these horses kind of came closer, and she found another gear and just kicked through. I think that that's so impressive for her to do. And this isn't a mile race, guys. This is a 5 furlong race. Paco grabs her here and just she's just geared down. She was at a gallop by then. Her ears were pricked. It was just like, no big deal for her.
Yeah, at 998 he has, so it'll be 1,000 wins.
Okay.
Yeah, I just remembered. You know, I got a long shot in here, and it is the 3 Last Leaf. And I'll tell you what, this is one of my favorite horses last summer. Won the Melody of Color to sprinting on the turf here last March, and then reeled off 3 consecutive stakes victory on the dirt last summer. Goes back to the turf. Showed some early interest, finishing 5th behind Superstar Mary, quite contrary in the Grade 2 inside information. I just think this horse with Jose Ortiz, if this horse can get back to what I remember last year, and I'm looking to get a little bit of a price, so I put Last Leaf on top of my ticket.
Yeah, and she's not out of the question, but she's going to have to overcome getting back on the grass again, which, you know, for a 4-year-old filly, I think it should be fine, but sometimes it can be tough for them. I'm not really sure what she wants to run on, but I'm glad she's shown a lot of versatility, but she'll come flying late.
The number 1, Charlie T, is making that usually fruitful 3rd start back from the layoff. 2nd trip over the local turf. Pressed the pace throughout. Finished 2nd. That was in the $100,000 ladies turf sprint. The owner, trainer, Lee Thomas. This is his game. I'll show you this stat. Just sprinters on the turd overall. He's got 295 starters. 64 of them won for 22%. So this Barnes game is sprinting on the grass.
It is, and this horse was really tough last time, just did not want to go away. But just keep this in mind with this horse. So it was at Fairgrounds, shipped here to run in February, shipped back to Fairgrounds, only one work since that race, and that was a month ago. So
Yeah.
you just kind of wonder, and that's just poking holes in this horse. She's 4 years old, but that's just not, it's not very typical.
The number 9, Mamba Wamba, I heard you shaking your head about this horse yesterday, hoping to find a little more firepower for the stretch rides closed from 7th and went 3rd last time. I know we were screaming about it.
Yeah. This poor mare, she just can't get enough ground. Another one that she'll be flying late. She ran a really nice number there, a half a furlong more. I think she would be my top pick in this spot.
And Little Jewel, we'll save that for Brian later on because he's the number 1 person in this fan club. So we'll wait for him when he gets up here for race number 1 and after. Let's go to the final race this afternoon. About 5.5 on the Torpedo Claim is 4 and up 10,000. Full field of 11. Boy, this makes all the races today tough to get those bets. The pick 5, the late pick 5, all that together. I did go with the number 3, Pride and Passion, who's making his local return for Marty Drexler. Reeled off back-to-back claiming victories at Woodbine.
Yep.
It was against Cheaper, but the barn, they've just been going so good. And Miguel Vasquez, an excellent rider. That's where I went.
Yeah, you have to ride along when barns are going this way. And this horse hasn't seen defeat the last 2 starts. We'll hope that he can keep moving. But you see how open this race is by our selections here.
Yeah, you got the 5 Raise the Rent on top.
Yep, Kelly Breen again on a class drop here. First time to PETA, though.
Yeah, so we'll see how the horses run. So very interesting 12-race card. And, of course, a beautiful day here in South Florida. But we're not done. We got the always exciting lightning round for Saturday, March 1st. And we'll start it off with the Coast to Coast Pick 5. It's back starting today. Got that low 15% takeout. So there it is. And you see the sequence. Race number 9 is the first leg at 4:36.
Yep, and that's going to be a tough one. So 3 from here today. Very fun. Get involved.
Yeah, always a good bet. And 15% takeout is almost industry low on these type of bets. So your best bet this afternoon?
Frank's Rocket.
Which one?
Frank's Rocket.
Oh, Frank's Rocket. That's your best bet?
Yeah.
Okay, my best bet is the 9 horse in Far Bridge, 5-2 on the morning line. Long shot today?
Is in race number 9, the 1 Emperor's Appeal here.
Oh, that's right. No, that's good. Best bet against long shot. My long shot is in the stake, and it is the 3 Last Leaf. Old buddy of mine, 8-1. Dubai Bound. This is what's next, and it's next up for Sibelius, trained by Jerry O'Dwyer, going to the $2 million Golden Shaheen. So I went back and just wanted to show you this horse winning the Mr. Prospector. It was game performance. Then he went up to Tampa and won another stake.
Yeah, he was just so impressive each time here. Excited for those connections. And the U.S. horses, especially ones from Gulfstream, do well in the Golden Shaheen.
Yeah, Dubai up there, and our buddy, what's his name?
What's his name?
Larry Comas. I'm fooling around with Larry. Larry Comas will be calling the races on that day.
Yep,
so,
it'll be fun.
Yeah, so we got Beat the Expert today. You got to play. You've got like a little while to get your tickets in. Try and beat Brian. It's cool. You could see the polo shirts. They're nice. It says Beat the Expert right on the sleeve, and you got a chance to win one today. You got to beat Brian. It's a formidable task, but you can do it.
Yeah, you can. Make sure to sign up at GulfstreamPark.com.
You know, a little later today, an impressive horse that won impressively here, Tapper Trice, is actually favored in the Tampa Bay Derby. So we'll show you his race back on February 8th. Boy, he was impressive.
He was. Look at that stride, Ron. It's just really poetry in motion watching him. I think he's just going to get better. This is going to be a very fun Tampa Bay Derby.
And Yashir Starkin, also that came out of our race, will also be in the Tampa Bay Derby. So you'll see that up in Oldsmar today. But all these horses have got their foundation right here at Gulfstream Park. And we'll see where it leads to as far as the Triple Crown Trail goes. Easy for me to say. So we're going to turn it over to Pete Aiello with the scratches, jockey changes, and all that stuff. And then we'll be back here for race number 1. You'll be here.
Yep.
I'll be here. And Brian will certainly be here. So we'll see you a little bit.
Introducing the first racing tool from Pegasus to Preakness. Iconic venues.
Life is good, and Robert Ortiz Jr. has ran them off their feet in the Pegasus.
World-class racing. Millions at stake.
Rob Bauer win the Preakness.
New champions will be crowned. Only at first.